Hello, where be to today by, you ask? Well, let's flip that camera around. Some of you know in an instant. You've guessed it, I am across. I'm overseas in fact now. I'm across the other side of the river. I am in Salt Ash. Salt Ash. That's what I'm going to do today, folks. I'm going in the river here. It's just turned low tide a minute ago, so tide is going to be going that way pretty soon. So I'm going to go that way now. The winds are also coming in that way, so I'm going to go against the wind and against the tide. I'll show you on the map. About a quarter of a mile downstream, there's a little cove where the railway bridge goes over, because you've got, of course, the motorway bridge here, or the dual carriageway bridge, and there's a railway bridge by Brunel. So I'm going to go underneath that and then go on a bit, and the railway actually arches around and then comes over the top of the little inlet further down. So I'm going to go down to there. Then what I want to do is then head across to Devon and just put feet on the old terra firma over in Devon, and then come back across again. So there's a little triangle route. I'll show you on the map the intended route and we'll see how we get on. But of course, going into the wind first, going into the tide first. No GoPro with me today, folks. And so of course with no GoPro, that means the video's quicker. But I'll do a bit of talking out then, show you what it's like out on the drink. Let's get in there and I'll join you in about 2 clicks and I'll be out on the water. Let's do it. This is the creek I was talking about, folks, but it's dry. Didn't think about that, did I? Of course it's dry, low tide. Neap tides, it could have been empty, could have been full, sorry. Lovely properties along here on the Cornish side. They may put the jam on first, but they've got some cracking houses along here. This is where, you know, people want to be, isn't it, near water. And as we look back, of course, we got the Tamar suspension bridge there on the far side. That was opened in 1961, and the Brunel bridge just this side of it. Let me zoom in a little bit just for you to have a better look. That one was built in 1859, 102 years earlier. Okay, I'm not making that up, or am I? Find out. So here we go. Bit of a breeze blowing in from Devon. Lovely fresh air coming in from Devon, folks. I'm gonna head on downstream a little bit and see if I can find somewhere just to park up. So I'll show you on the map where I'm intending on going, and we'll see if we can get down there, because I might as well go a bit further. I haven't really been going that far. On we go. So I've circled around. I'll show you there on the map, and I've come up near a naval landing area, which I'm not allowed anywhere near, so got to be a bit mindful about that. Don't want to upset the old Navy, do we? So let's show you where we're to right now. Yep, here we are. It's beautiful down here. So almost on the Devon side, not quite. Wind sort of coming in out of that little inlet. Tide's now coming in, heading in, so pushing me in that way. I want to go and land on I think it's the Tor Point Yacht Club area, because I know a guy I think's a Commodore of that. We're going to see if we can land up there, shall we? I'll show you when I get there where we be to. Bye. Right, folks, feet on the old terra firma here behind me, and I'm in Devon again. Yeah. Whew. Some of you will be saying, hang on a minute, the man will be on my case. Well, this is actually the Tamar Sailing Club's Tamar River Sailing Club, I think it's called. If I'm right, I know the man. I know the Commodore, yeah, of this sailing club, or it might be the one up there, up there. I don't know, but I'll be scarpering if the man has a go. So let's just have a quick look around and show what it's like here, because it's booties. Fancy houses across there. So we've got Salt Ash. I was going to say Starcross. Salt Ash over there. This is called, section here is called locally called the that's called the Arches locally. And then as you go up here into that sort of area there, you're going into the kind of Mill Bay area. That might even be the bottom of the River Liner. I do not know. Somebody will correct me if I'm wrong on that. But now let's do a little bit of mathematics. So if I started a trip in Cornwall and I ended my trip, I landed in Devon, you would say, well, Steve Dog, you've been in 2 counties. right? 2 counties. Okay, so if I start my trip in Devon, where I am now, and went to Cornwall, you'd say, hey Steve Dog, you've just done 2 counties. Okay, fine. So if I have done 2 trips in a row, 2 out of 2 equals 4. So that is why this video is called 4 counties. Am I cheating? I don't think so. Comments below. Let's go a bit further along, let you have another look, and then I want to give you an underside view of the bridges, because I think that's the best way to see them. On we go. Right folks, got something going by now, and I want you to call out loud and proud what that might be up there. What there's a train going by. What is that type of train, folks? I'm going to call that one out. It's going slowly for the cameras today. Okay, say it loud and proud, folks. That is what we in the trade call a GWR, folks. That is a GWR. Let's zoom right in. You can get the beauty of a rear end of a GWR, folks. There you go. Doesn't it look beautiful? That is your GWR going. Ladies and gentlemen, just leaving Plymouth. We'll be heading through towards Liskeard shortly, stopping at Dobwell's Mini Railway, Bodmin Parkway, and we'll carry on down to St Earth, and we'll stop at Hale first and get ourselves an Oggy, and we'll be ending up in Penzance in a roundabout kind of way directly the Anthem, and that is a Devon as well as a Cornish term. Yeah, it is. Right, so here we are then, folks. It's looking lovely out here, isn't it? That might be the boat club of choice. Let's go in and have a bit of a look then. I'm paddling with one hand here. Let's go in and have a look. I can hear someone. Yes folks, as the GWR disappears around the arches, we've just come back a bit closer to the Devon side again, as I like to call it. I think you agree, it's quite beautiful down here. You got the rattling of the cars going by, of course. If you live down here, folks, you know, you think, oh, it's lovely down here. But there is that noise from the vehicular movements up above. Let's get straight underneath and look up on this puppy. That's what they call them. That's what they call them. Bruno used to call boats, bridges, puppies. Let's go straight underneath that bad man. I'm heading there right now. Drifting, folks. That's what you sometimes need to do, drift. Right folks, so above me you'll see the structure of the bridge. Let me turn the camera upside down now. Those are the bridges, of course. What we've got here is stanchions which provide vertical support to said structure above. That structure is providing horizontal support to the train via a tubular construction over the top. This one here though is a different type of bridge, offering road traversing, and that is actually constructed, like I say, 102 years later. Technology had moved on in 102 years, believe it or not, folks, and that is a suspension bridge. So these long cables are providing suspension in a bridge format, and that goes all the way, as both of these bridges do, it goes all the way across the river, which is always a benefit of a bridge. That bridge up there, that one doesn't go all the way across the river, and therefore is referred to nautically as being a pier. P-I-E-R, for those of you who need to spell it out. So there you go, for all of you who've been tuning in for the structural elements of this show. That's as far as we're going to go with that today. What we are going to do though is we're going to go over that way as well. I'm looking. That isn't the video police on my case yet. We're just going to head over there and get back off the boat really, and that's our nice little trip. Lovely, eh? Perfect. Sometimes you just got to go and just have a little bit of a nosy, yeah? Mayland, that's what that boat's called, just in case you were wondering. That is the Mayland behind me there. And let me just give you another boat there. There you go, Sea Spirit. That's a Sea Spirit there, folks. So Mayland and Sea Spirit, owners and captains, ahoy there. Right, on we go. As you can see folks, I am now paddling underneath Tamar Bridge. This is the road bridge above me. Heading from Devon back to Cornwall to do my 4 counties challenge. Cheetah you call me, I don't care. No one has ever given you footage like this before. Always been mindful of marine vessels. I'm not talking the Marines, I'm talking anything of a nautical inclination. Be mindful, keep your wits about you folk. Moving objects, still objects, hazards, bridges, boats, ropes, rocks, wildlife, rubbish, even good old-fashioned garbage can give you a problem. And now folks, what we've got going behind us now, which you might be able to see if I'm quick. See that? Shout out loud and proud folks, that is what we in the trade call to GWR folks. Folks, we have just left Saltash Station. We'll be coming into Plymouth Station in a moment, but we might stop at some Budo first. Thanks for your trip. Let's get in and finish this trip. Coming in the shore now folks. I've been mucking around a little bit here. It's been nice, it's been lovely. Absolutely first class. These things we got in front of us here, they call them pontoons, believe it or not. That's what they call them. Now, Joe Paddleboarder isn't allowed to go off there normally because the man will tell you off. And there's signs up and stuff saying, you ain't allowed off there, boy. You ain't allowed off there. Clear off and go somewhere else, you maze bucker. That's what they say. Even in Cornwall they say that, folks. So, if you are anywhere near these things, you need to just be probably just say, you know, I'm not going to go in there. You're not supposed to go in enclosed harbours as well. So say Dartmouth Harbour, they're not going to allow you in there. Torquay Harbour, Paignton Harbour, you can't go there, folks. Stay out of there. You can't go in the inner harbour in Brixham either. So if we just look at this for a moment, just to show that I ain't making it all up, not all the time. If we zoom in there, you might be able to see there, look, that sign, Saltash Pontoon Rules. Well, that's a big statement, isn't it? Saltash Pontoon Rules. You think, what the hell are they on about? Alright, just because they think they're a bit good doesn't mean they've ruled, does it? Eh? Ah, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking when they say Saltash Pontoon Rules, they're not just bigging themselves up. What they're saying is, for example, the dealer must draw another card on 16. That's what they're saying, but he hasn't got to draw another card on 17. House wins on a draw of 21. That's house rules. That may be what they're on about by. Right. And there's our way out. Right folks, back on terra firma on the southern side of the river, so that's right. That means I'm back in Saltash, I'm in Cornwall. That's 4 counties I've done today. Yep. Check out on the side there the route, or on that side, wherever I put it, if I put it there at all. Really nice on neap tides, on a turning tide. Probably on a full bore spring tide you have to be a bit more cautious and also mindful of boaty type things. Hope you enjoy that. Catch you guys on the paddleboarding, schmaddleboarding. Look out for some videos coming soon. Flip side. I couldn't have said it better myself.